Okay, everyone. Good evening. We are live. Today is the 1st of March. It's Happy New Month, yes, and then I hope that you've been well. I wish you the best of the month in the name of Jesus. My name is Fumila Antola Williams. I'm the lead coach at the Informed and Informed Teens Academy. It's an online mentorship academy for girls. By the grace of God, we have curriculums, we have courses, we have structures, everything needed for your girl child to grow, to become, and then become a person of impact that she's ordinarily meant to be. That being said, I hope that you've been we have over 100, over, yeah, close to 100, if not more than videos on our YouTube channel. And trust me, not one video is exactly like the other. So I want to encourage you, let's grow this community together. If you have not listened to any of our past videos, it is the first time of joining us online. I want you to take advantage, take advantage of everything. They're rich, they're resourceful, and everything is has to do with the teenage girl, because that is what it is that we've been called to help you with. And like I like to say, your teenage coaches are not your issues. Your teenage coaches are not the ones that you are against. Rather, we are your what that was destiny. If you can use that, we're your destiny partner to ensure that your daughter finds her footing, finds her way in the world. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about something very vital that we take for granted. And but if I say we take it for granted, I mean I've seen it. I've seen girls conduct themselves. I've seen girls behave in manners that you're wondering what exactly could be lacking. And today we're going to be talking about how it is that you can cultivate honor in your teenage girl. See, this honor thing, it goes beyond good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. It goes beyond all of that. While preparing for the class, so I went, of course, I went to the dictionary to find out what exactly honor is. So, of course, we all know what honor is, but just for us to brush up our knowledge, honor is deep respect, honor is esteem, honor is royalty, honor is prestige. Everything that you do, what that you give to somebody else, or of course, you also give it to yourself. So, you first of all, let me just generally by way of introduction, you have to honor yourself first. Carry yourself with elegance. So of course, when that is registered with you and when it resonates with you, that is when you can now say, okay, I want to honor somebody. So question, if you do not know how to honor yourself, how will you honor people? Do you understand? So honor is what goes beyond the yes ma, yes sir, all of the no, all of those things that we do. There's much more to honor than that. And this evening I'm going to be unpacking all of that. So I hope that you're watching me live. You're watching me live. Let me know. Put in the comment section that I am watching live. Okay. I like to have as many live watch as possible so that we can get to interact together with what interact together. So as a mom, as a dad of a teenage girl, I've always said to us, most of the things on our table, most of the things that our daughters exhibit, everything comes from environment. So I was in the community just yesterday, and then girls in the diaspora community were having a conversation, and most of the conversation boiled down to everything in the environment of the girl. And then I've told us severally that you are the first environment of your child. So that is why when I see people act weird, you begin to wonder, begin to ask questions about where they're coming from, who raised them, the people that raised them, what do they know? Do you understand? So everything boils down to you. And don't forget, your daughter, your teenage girl especially, is a reflection of you. So in as much as you're not carrying, because I don't believe in that, in as much as you're not carrying the shame, you're not carrying the embarrassment of teenage girl, but there's some of the things that your teenage girl will do that will reflect on you. It reflects on the kind of parenting that you've done. It reflects on the kind of presence that you've given over the years. It reflects on the kind of what the systems you've been able to put in place for your teenage girl. So that's why I say it comes back to you. You're saying, Anthony, yeah, is it about me? Yes, it's about you. So your child, your teenage girl, when she came to this world, she came plain hearted, everything is plain. So as she's growing, as you're forming, as you're guiding, as you're grooming, that's when you're popping things into her. So question, what have you been popping into her? So, well, of course, I know that there will be a time when the influence of culture, influence of friends, influence of the environment is become so high. But I've always told her, but before you get to that point, your voice must be the most dominant in the life of your child. That is if you have been putting in the work. And that's why today I'm going to go back to parents who have told us what honor. Honor is this respect, deep value, esteem, respect, whatever it is, any dignifying word that you can use. So how is it? Usually, have you noticed the latest trends online? Have you seen young people? When you go to check their profile and you check, sometimes some of the profiles bring when they were born and all of those things. You begin to check their profile. You are asking, okay, that's what you're watching. Thank you for being here. Okay. So you're asking, who are these people? Have you seen the way girls talk? Have you seen the way young people talk? You're wondering, who are these people? Who are these people? Who raised them? Who cultured them? Who gave them an environment? So that is how you know that it is a big thing. So you see, and you know what? You of course you know the everything that somebody is about by the things that they say. When people talk, that is when you know what is inside of them. So when young people talk on the social media space, I sometimes I am scared. Like, what? So there's a lot of honor missing. And the thing is, it is because they do not know. My coach said that if anyone knew better, they would do better. I sincerely and honestly believe if our young people knew better, they will do better. If they know that there's a thing to do, there's a way to talk, there's a way to behave. My mentees, one of the things I hammer most with them is their words. So I do not excuse any wrong word. I do not excuse any foul word. I do not say that, hey, this thing eventually it will show. If I don't correct that now, the place where it will show, it will be magnanimous, such that it may be hard for them to correct it. So, as parents of teenage girls, especially, have you seen rude, saucy, mannerless? And the thing is, I can talk to anybody, and the way everybody has now become keypad warrior, because once you're able to subscribe 500 gig, blah blah blah, everybody thinks that they can say anything to anybody. It is worrisome, it is bothersome. And when you see the ages 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, forgetting that no matter what you put there, there's such a thing as digital footprint. All this last week, I was not even aware of it until I started seeing people's status and all of that, all of the drama that has been going on about one of our known singers and everything. So that's what they call it. So all those insults, all those careless words, yeah, let me call it that, careless talking, careless words, all of those things. It goes into the future of whoever it is that is saying them. These days, employers, stakeholders, people that want to work with you, work partner with you, they go and check what kind of a person are you offline and online. And most young people are careless. They're too careless with their words, with their personality, with their appearance, especially with their words. So that is why it becomes important, it becomes imperative that this topic, this conversation has to be had. So, how do you cultivate honor in your teenage girl? So it doesn't just happen. Nobody, no, nothing, if you leave a grant, for example, you leave a land, what will happen? A land that is just left on its own, it's just left there. What will happen? Nothing. Weeds will grow. Everything and anything will grow. That is so you're not going to say that, oh, she will know, she will know. No. How's she going to know? How will you assume that she knows? So the number one thing is how do you cultivate honor in your teenage girl? You have to understand that honor is not eye service. So that's another thing. So people say, no, I can't be like this, or I can't come and be doing eye service. Honor is not eye service. Teach your daughter that honor is not eye service. Our church told us honor is deep respect, esteem, loyalty, you know, all of those other words that you can call. That is what honor is. So, and you're giving it first to yourself and to the other person. So the fact that you're respecting somebody, the fact that you hold the person in high esteem, the fact that you hold the person in high regard does not mean that you are doing high service. It is not high service. So you know what? Because another careless thing about this generation is because they tend to think that I can't be bothered. It is only foolishness. It is that language of I can't be bothered. That is the language of foolish people. Wise people know that their words matter. Wise people, especially wise young people, you can't just say I can't be bothered. You can't afford to just say I can't be bothered. So they have to understand. And you know what? The pressure is pushing towards disrespect. The culture is pushing towards dishonor. The culture is pushing towards careless talking, careless speaking, so much so that if you're not intentional, if you're not teaching this deliberately, your girl will assume that it's just okay to talk flippantly, to just be flippant, to just do anyhow. So that is why they must understand. So that you told them. Actually, I'm amongst the Yoruba culture. There's a culture in Yoruba. There's a culture of kneeling down to greet the elders. There's a culture of an adult is coming. A young person sees him or her. He collects whatever the adult is carrying. There's a culture of cheap honor. Do you understand? So you're not going to go and say because this is the word of social media, or because you're trying to curry favors. They're not trying to curry favors. So let your teenage girl understand that when you do all of that to people, they are not trying to curry favor. Rather, they are shaping the path of wisdom for themselves. So when you give honor to people, when you give reverence to people, your teenage girl, she has to have that understanding system that, so even when her friends are telling her, oh, what's the big deal? Oh, because girls are funny, they like to drag each other. They make, and another thing I've seen with girls is if they say that a particular girl is behaving in a manner that is against what they want to do, they try to make that girl feel less of herself. Have you seen? For example, let me give you a common example. So because all of them are having boyfriends now, they suddenly expect your girl to have a boyfriend. And if she doesn't have that boyfriend, they think that something is wrong with her. Oh, she's claiming older than thou. She's claiming black. Do you understand? That is how girls reason. So this is and you know what? One thing that is so scary. You as a parent, you might be working on this concept of honor for years. It's just take 1 hour 1 hour for our friends, our colleagues. That's why I said curate the environment of your daughter. These are the things that we're talking about. It will take just 1 hour to strip her of all of the things I think that you're working at. So let her understand that honor is not eye service. When we migrated, I realized that my daughter suddenly stopped to kneel down to greet. And I was wondering what is going on. This is what I've taught you over time. And because you have now come to an environment where that is not the culture. Am I going to say you're going to throw that culture? No. Rather, you look for a way to blend in both. I mean, you look for a way to you find your feet in the two cultures. So I started making it a point of obligation again that no, this is how we greet. This is what we do. So it's very funny, and it's very funny. You go to school, you see a 10-year-old, you're addressing a 60 and say you're calling her Janet, blah blah blah. But that is not our culture. So it doesn't matter that you are no longer in Nigeria or whatever, does not give you the license, does not give you the right to now throw away what will pave way for you. So don't forget, it is not eye service. Your girl is so she will feel. Why am I saying this? It's possible for your girl to feel, oh, I'm the only one that still curtsies. Do you understand? I'm the only one that still speaks calmly. So it is okay. The other girls might make her want to feel like she's currying favor. Please, instead of between currying favor and currying disfavor, please, which one would you rather let your child do? So if they say it's calling favor, fine, it's fine. But she understands the language of wisdom because honor is a language. You're gonna get there. So please let her. So she's not trying to do eye service, and because the way things have become, parents have become lax in all of these things. So teenagers do not know. Sometimes they are rude. They're not even aware. Sometimes they behave. Sometimes they just talk. They don't understand what it. And that is why you, as a parent, you as a mother of a teenage, I know there are three of them, in my current structure right now. So when the moment one of them says something that should not be said, will not stand. This one, this one, no. Why? Because it is very easy. It's very simple. It's very. Girls want to blend at all costs. That is why all of their struggles is about friendship. 80% of the struggles of a girl is friendship and boys. Trust me. So because all of the other friends are not doing all of those things, they think, oh, why should I be the one? And they try to mock them. They try to make them feel less of themselves because they're trying to do what is right. And that didn't just start today. That's the way of the world. But your own daughter has to understand that you're giving respect, you're giving regard, you're giving, because see, I'll tell you why it's very important as we go on. So let them understand that honor is not eye service. That is number one. It must be settled in our heart. Honor is not eye service. Rather, it is a path of wisdom. So the next thing to do to cultivate honor in your teenage girl needs to understand that our first perception of honor is from you, back to you. The first perception of honor is from you. The other sees how you talk to people. She sees how you talk about people. She sees how you talk to your friends. She says how you talk about your friends. So all of those little girls are sponge. They soak in everything. She's saying. She says how you talk about your boss. She says what you say about your boss. She says how you speak with your mom. And this is what I'm going to come down on. Some of us, because we're privileged to bless our parents. We think that they have lost that sense of because you're privileged to do something for your parents. So you think suddenly your parents have lost that proprietary right over you. And then you talk to them anyhow because you're sending them 200,000 a month or even 1 million a month. I really do not care the amount. Your daughter is watching. She's watching. So you're teaching her how to speak to you when you're at that age. Do you understand? So these are the things we need to be checking. Some of us, our parents, were so impatient with them. Some of us, our parents, we can't stand them. Your daughter is watching. She's watching. So I said, but the first perception of honor is from you. Some of you, with your spouses, you think that you can speak anyhow. Because, oh, after all, you are speaking together. I mean, sorry, you're sleeping together. Your child is watching. That you are sleeping together with your spouse gives you no license to dishonor, to disrespect. No, no, no. There's a space. There's that space of headship. The sex that you're having hasn't taken it away. So your daughter has to know. And she's watching. She's watching. So how does your daughter perceive honor from you? If your daughter looks at you, what will she see about honor? I'm going to share a story. So I have a friend. So she's in a system where people get to respect her, people get to revere her, people get to, do you understand? But she is my good friend. As a matter of fact, where, do you understand what I mean? So at a point when she got to that, when she got elevated to that point, I was struggling in my mind that so this person that were already 5 and 6. So does that mean that means I'm not saying yes, you're do you know I was struggling with it. But you know what? One thing I told myself straight, I know what? Save a number with a office. So instead of using a normal name to save a number, I saved the number with a office, with this designation of our office. So that every time I wanted to be dishonoring, every time I wanted to misbehave, that called me back to order. So some of you have friends that by virtue of whatever they are placed in a way that gives them what's that word, gives them precedence. So you're thinking, after all, she's my friend. No, she's no longer just your friend. You need to give that your daughter. You see, you're not being foolish. I'll tell you why. You're not being foolish. You're creating a path of wisdom. So the other is watching you. She sees how you talk to your friends, how you talk about your friends. She sees how you talk about people that come to serve you. Some of you are in privileged positions. You have nannies, you have drivers, you have nannies, you have drivers, you have people that come to make your home clean, all of those things. Your daughter is watching how you, so because you think that someone, because you pay them the salary, so you talk down on them, you do whatever, your daughter is watching. A perception of honor is from you. So you need to check your own honor code. There's such a thing. What is my honor code? How do I respond to people? How do I talk to people? Everyone, no matter their status, it does not matter. See, let me tell you, in the Western world, by virtue of the kind of work I do, so even people that you think do not have capacity, you're thinking, oh, this person is not thinking straight, this person does not even have she doesn't understand what I'm doing, blah blah blah. You still hold them that duty of honor. Honor is a duty. It is customer service. So if you're running a business, do you understand? Would you talk to customers anyhow? You wouldn't. So why are you talking to your spouse anyhow? Why are you talking to your friends anyhow? Why are you talking to your children anyhow? Why? Because you think, why are you talking to your parents? Let me go back to that. Why are you talking to your parents anyhow? Because you think that because you're giving them stipend or whatever now, so they have lost their place. They haven't. So your daughter, your parents do not lose their place as parents simply because you send them money. So you need to check it. So I said you are the first perception of honor from your. The first perception of honor is from you. Your daughter is watching. She's watching how you speak. People that you call your friends. She's watching. She's watching how that the person's phone is ringing and say, "Oh, yes, come." Blah, 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 blah. All of those negative things. Your daughter is watching. Just that you don't know. She's watching what you speak when you are talking about your boss. Some of you say horrible things, about everybody. Your daughter is watching and she's learned that, oh, this honor thing is really not important, because if it was important, then my mom or my dad would do better. So you need to go and check today your own honor code. How is it? How do I talk to people that I feel, quote and unquote, because that is your thermometer of honor. How you talk to people that you think that they are lesser than you in your head. How do I talk to them? How do I make them feel? So the next thing you want to do to cultivate honor in your child, in your teenage girl, do not forget your teenage girl is under the impression that it is not important because she doesn't know better. She doesn't, she's already under that impression. So don't go and be foiling that impression. Don't go and be foiling that wrong assumption. Because yeah, see, honor, I'm going there. Let me just go on straight there. The next thing, you need to teach your teenage daughter that honor has to be from the heart. It has to be from the heart. See, I have a system that I belong to. So I made up my mind that in this place I will choose honor from my heart. Why? Because I have never seen this person face to face. Never. And then the relationship has been going on for onward of 4 years now. But she's my mentor. She's everything I look up to. Blah 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 blah. But I made up my heart. I mean my because it's easy. You know, you can dishonor by just the way you even look at the phone. The phone is ringing. So, oh, they've come again. Do you understand? So I made up my mind that honor has to be from the heart. See, it's not when anybody is there, it's not when anybody is seeing. So it is the one you now do when so that you can see that you're doing. That is the eye service that I first told you that honor is not eye service. Going to tell you why your daughter needs to learn these things and learn them early. She needs to understand that honor, because you know what? It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. So if it is from the heart, the other day, the girls and I were talking, and one of them said something about one of the parents and blah blah blah. And I said, "See, you know what? That your dad or that your mom is not here gives you no right, gives you absolutely no right to say this and this or talk and talk in this manner. So it is the one that you even show from your heart. That is what will reflect. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. So your daughter has to know. So it's a choice. Today, I'm going anyone that I come across, I'm going to be honorable. Not because I'm people pleasing, but because I understand that is the path to wisdom. So teach that honor has to be from the heart. That way they're not struggling. That way it doesn't matter when they feel like or when they don't feel like. That way it becomes an automatic response. It becomes an automatic response. I'm going to be giving you examples of what the kind of doors that honor can open. So teach them that honor has to be from the heart. So it is not eye service. It is not what you do when they are watching. It is a disposition. Are you aware that our mothers, they will tell us that, oh, my own mother, for example, when we were much younger, if she called you and then she saw a particular expression on your face, she will tell you, don't worry. So that means there's a disposition that's already saying that, what did you call me for? Does that make sense? So already, if your daughter is dishonoring, you will see it. It will show. And even in the stance, even in the body stance, it will show. So all of this it shows that the honor has not gotten to the heart. It has to be from the heart. So today, I have people that by virtue of grace, yeah, we tend to be together and all of that. But I know that the fact that we're together in the same room does not mean that we have now become mates. I understood that. I wasn't confused. I wasn't struggling with that. Some of them are much more younger than me. And I said, "No, you know what? Because you have refused to do what you're supposed to do that time. So do it now. So don't be haughty in your heart." So your daughter has to understand this. That honor has to be from the heart. If it flows from the heart, then it is easier. It doesn't become what you struggle with. It is easier because you have position. You see, you know, like Daniel now. Daniel position determined in his mind that he will not do what he will not do so and so. So your daughter, you have to teach your daughter. So it will be they may resist it because of the kind of world that we currently live in now. But because you know that you have told us severally, you're not raising your child for your room. You're not raising your child for your duplex. You're not raising your child for you understand. You're raising your child for the world to impact the world, to bring solutions. So you're not going to go and raise someone that is dishonoring because every door will keep being shut because dishonor shuts doors. All right. So the next thing you want to teach your daughter about honor, to cultivate that honor in her, you need to teach her that honor is strategy and wisdom. I tell you what, Esther, all of us know the story of Esther. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's the Bible story that she was orphan. She was an orphan girl. She was an orphan girl. She was blah blah blah. She was this. She was blah blah blah. So she and then her uncle Mordecai told her that, you know what, the king of this country. So of course they were under the servitude of a particular country. So they told them that, oh, there will be a contest, blah blah blah. So and her uncle and she was very, the Bible record that she was very very beautiful. So that you're gonna participate in this contest. So she participated. So she got chosen as the queen. But beyond that, so there has to be people that will teach them the ways of the palace, the way they do in the English. I mean the royal family do how the behavior, how you walk, how you talk, how you dress, how you eat, all of those things. So there was a particular eunuch that was assigned to Esther to teach her. Okay, that's is it Egesh or I've forgotten his name now, but either Egesh or something. So what am I trying to say? But so honor, because Esther understood that, and I said this is honor is what? Honor is strategy and wisdom. So Esther knew that this parlor that I'm going, there's deep competition here. No, she knew by wisdom. So I know that I cannot come out. I cannot now come say, after all, I am the queen. Do you understand? So Esther positioned herself using honor. She gave herself strategy using honor. So out of all of the people that won, Esther was the most favorite of the Enoch. And what does that mean? That means that one was able, because she's already, that's why I said honor is strategy, honor is wisdom. Because she's done that, the Enoch was able to help the eunuch was able to help her. Do you understand? So she told her she gave her the things to eat. She gave her the things to what will make her skin glow. What do they call skincare? The way they say skincare routine now. All of those things. So that Enoch was able to teach Esther all of these things. Why? Because Anna strategized using honor and wisdom. So that's why I said honor is what? Honor is strategy and wisdom. So your daughter has to understand. So to get ahead, you don't have any. You have to use that currency of honor. So she strategy. That was wisdom. Another person that used honor as strategy and wisdom was the wife of Nabal, Abigail. So her husband was rash. Okay? So her husband was rash. Her husband was this, blah, blah, blah. So King David was, he was in a very tight spot in that particular point in his life. So he didn't have a lot of patience. So he made up his mind that how would Nabal disgrace me like this? How would Nabal, blah, blah, I'm going to kill Nabal. I know king, he was a king. He could do whatever he could do. But because Abigail understood that honor was both strategy and wisdom. What did she do? She quickly went. She gathered this plenty stuff. The best of the calf, the best of the best, everything. She gathered this. And what did she do? She packed everything, and then you know how to pay obeisance to the king now. So she went, and then she went to go and honor David. And because she honored David, she got access. So honor, that takes me to the next one. Honor is access. You can't be dishonoring. You can't talk to people anyhow. You can't be, and then you expect just, even if you are intelligent, yeah, you're gifted, you're smart, you're this, you're blah, you're this, but you lack the currency of honor. Doors will still shut. It's a principle. It will still shut. Go and ask Queen Vashti. She didn't do anything. She didn't do she didn't do what she ought not to do, so to say. So the king has said, come and start parading before me, before when said about to package herself, say, I'm my king, blah blah blah. She said, I can't do that. And because of that, she lost the throne. Oh no. Oh no. So it is what? It is strategy and wisdom. So the next thing, so if your daughter is giving honor, don't forget I said she's perceiving it from you. So as she's giving honor, she's strategizing herself. She's trying. See, even Joseph, despite that condition. So his condition rather. So at the point when he was still in his master's house, how did you think he became to become the master of the entire household of Potiphar? He was using the code of honor. Honor. It's not eye service. It is strategy. It is wisdom. So honor is strategy and wisdom. Are you aware? There's a proverb amongst our people, amongst the Yoruba-speaking people of Africa, that any child that knows how to wash his hands very well, he will do what? Will dine with the elders. By virtue of grace and privilege, I have had opportunity to be in spaces where people have done things for me just based on how I've been able to relate with them. Things that, as at that time, no one had ever done for me. Things that I didn't expect anyone to could do for me. Do you know that if you teach your daughter if you teach your daughter honor well, these things I'm teaching you, if you teach your daughter well, it will be very hard for her to be refused. Honestly, if you commit to the things I'm saying. So honor is strategy, honor is wisdom. So the next thing you want to teach your daughter is you need to teach them that honor is a language and a currency. Higher. There's a language of honor. There's some things that someone that has honor in their hearts will not say. There's as I am, there's some words, no matter what, no matter the maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but since I began to understand these things intentionally, there's some words I will never say. It doesn't matter whether we are best buddies, whether we are whatever, never. Because I understand that honor is a language. So it's a language of kings. So I can't talk in a way I can't anymore. So let your daughter understand. So all this flippant, careless talk, One of that guy was what's this guy in the scripture? Shimei. You know, a whole king. He was not afraid. Some of these young people are not afraid to say anything. They say, and so I don't care. It's a language of foolishness. People that say that I don't care, I can talk anyhow, I can say anyhow. No, you can't talk anyhow. You can't. You don't have that license. Except you're not going anywhere far in life. But if you know that you want to access places, access thrones, you want to do things, you can't talk anyhow. No. There's a way to talk. So you have to understand, you don't have to understand. So, you say, I will not filter it. All of these unfiltered conversations, unfiltered statements, all of these things have to stop. Oh, I can talk anyhow. No, no, sir. No, ma. Your daughter cannot talk anyhow. She cannot. She will not be taken serious. No. Honor is a language. Honor is a currency. It's a currency. You use it to, you use it to exchange. The way you do trade by barter. You give me honor, I do this for you. You give me honor, I do this for you. Queen Esther, hiya, that woman has to go and be studied. Do you know the kind of, her husband was a pagan queen, but he loved her. And she did not take advantage of that love. Rather, she chose honor instead. And I have a friend that was saying, let me not go into that conversation. Let me not go into that conversation. But Esther understood honor as a currency. And then she used it to buy deliverance for her people. Higher. She used honor. Before saying, it was recorded, oh, she prepared, how else do you honor a king? Prepared a banquet? Also, the one we call yeah, it's still banquet today. There's all sort of meals, eats, blah blah. This one, and they are my. And is there anything? So I know I'm fine. I don't want anything. Who will not feel encouraged? So for some of us that have spouses there, the best dish in the house has to be for your spouse. I've known that. So the best dish. It doesn't mean that you are doing nice service. No, you're just currying, you're treading the path of wisdom. So what do I want to say? I said honor is what? Honor is a language, honor is a currency. So Esther is that currency. Day one, day two, day three. And the king can say, hey woman, what is it? This honor is too much. This honor is, and our mothers always tell us that there's a way you honor your spouse. I hope that you know that honor is even the things that you do not even do. The things that you do not even do, honor is even still there. But that's a deeper communication, not for today. So you don't malign, there's something that you don't even do because why? Because you honor the person. So I was having a conversation with some of one of my younger sister just yesterday, and then someone that really done something really hurtful in the past, and then she said, this, that, this person. I said, no, 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 we don't do that. It's okay, it's fine. I said, I know, my sister, how do you mean? Someone that has done this, that, that, someone that made it this. I said, it's gone. So there's a thing that you don't even do. Even what? Yes. So honor is not only in what you do, it is also in what you don't do. So because suddenly you and that lady, because suddenly that person are no longer talking. Oh, and then everything that has ever transpired becomes an object of ridicule, mockery. What you now begin to share. WhatsApp groups, WhatsApp statuses. No, that is not wisdom. So you even still honor even that relationship that's no longer existing with the person. Yes. Yes, is a thing. It's a thing. So honor is a language, honor is a currency. So as Esther used that currency of honor, you know what she got now? And the king said to her, you know what? Anything you want from here to the half of my kingdom. Do you know what that means? For a pagan king to say anything you want from here to the half of my kingdom. Why? Honor touched his heart. There's no one. Oh, I do understand that for some people, well, but the normal, reasonable human being, there's no how you treat them with honor and they will not reciprocate. All right. So the next thing you want to teach your daughter to cultivate this honor thing, you want to teach them that honor is a leverage and a door opener. Of course, by now you should know that, but automatically, honor is a leverage and a door opener. Somebody feels honored. Somebody feels seen. Somebody feels respected. Feels esteemed. Feels valued. You see, there's some people that I can draw on my honor account with them. Please, if you're watching live, put in the comment section. You should be able to draw on your honor account with people. There are. I can draw. I don't owe them any money. They don't owe me. Sorry, they don't owe me money. They don't owe me anything. But by virtue of my honor account, I can draw. I can draw my check anytime with them. I can. Why? By virtue of honor, the seed of honor that you have sown. So that is what I mean when I say honor is a leverage. Honor is a leverage. Honor is what? Honor is a door opener. It is. People, you find people, they want to do things. Have you seen? People want to, I don't know whether you have experienced it, but I have. People want to do things for you, not because of anything, but because of how you have honored them. I have an adopted father. As on this, if I pick the call, I mean if I pick my phone 3 a.m. to say, ah, daddy, this is, he will answer. He's almost 80. That's drawing on honor account. Do you understand? I have my coaches that I can access 4 a.m., 3 a.m. All I need to say is, I want to talk to you, ma. That is drawing on honor account. So that is how I mean when I say honor is what? Honor is a leverage, honor is a door opener. So all of these flippant things, do not let your girl be confused. Do not. It's a leverage. It is a leverage. It is a door opener. That was what opened the door for Abigail. I didn't conclude that story. So what happened? So the same King David, the same King David that wanted to kill everybody, kill her husband, kill everybody, kill blah 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 out of anger. She got because Abigail had honored King David. So she got that leverage and then she got that door opener. That was what she used to enter the king. She became a what's it called? She became a queen. I mean, see the promotion. That's what I'm gonna call it. From marrying a foolish man to marrying the king of a kingdom, not just kingdom, 10 kingdoms in Israel. Using honor. Using honor. So that's why when you see girls talk carelessly, when you see girls talk flippantly, when you see girls talk without wisdom, you know that these people did not understand that honor is what honor is. And it doesn't matter. It has to be everybody. It has to be it doesn't matter who the person is. We're all first of all humans. I watched my coach, my parenting community, and I see the level of wisdom that this woman has. But despite that wisdom, I have seen how she communicates with everybody in that cohort. And I'm like, wow. Wow. You know, you at that level, you could get puffed up. At that level, you could get this sense of self that, after all, I am the. Do you understand? But no. Even at that point, she's still using the currency of honor to trade. And when I see people fall upon themselves, come and see. So, honor will give you what? Will give you access. Will give you what? Will give you leverage. Teach your teenage daughters. So, the next thing that honor will do, and don't forget, it will open doors. So, just the way it open doors, it is the way dishonor will shut doors. Put in the comment section, the way honor will open doors is the same way dishonor will shut doors. Honor will open doors, dishonor will shut doors. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're smart. It doesn't matter that you're intelligent. It doesn't matter that you're gifted. Nobody cares. They want to know, what is your honor quotient? How can you honor people in front of them and behind them? How can you honor your leaders? How can you honor your friends? How can you honor your spouse? How can you honor people before and behind? The next thing you need to do, you need to teach them. You need to teach them that honor grants access. It grants access. Go and ask Queen Esther. It grants access. He said, ask me from here till, imagine being the king of Britain, Great Britain. And because one woman chose to honor Kestama, that is the prime minister of this place. And then she says, you know what? I'm going to give you. Should you imagine the what's the word now? The open check. Can you imagine the open check? Just because somebody did what chose a part of honor. So are you still gonna begin telling your teenage girl that no, it doesn't matter? It matters. All these things, it matters. So honor grants access. Honor grants access. So if doors keep being shut constantly in your face, you want to go and ask yourself, what is my honor quotient saying? That's what I have realized. If doors keep getting slammed in your face, go and check it. What is my honor quotient? What is my honor quotient? Nobody wants to go the extra mile for me. Nobody wants to do something for me. How are you speaking to them? Have you seen people whose house homemakers, people that they help their helps around? I don't want to use that one. I'm trying to look for an ideal because nobody's an help. They're helping you maintain your home. maybe home maintainers or something. Have you seen people that have poisoned their bosses, that have done badly to the children of their bosses? Why? Because they felt dishonored. Why didn't they say, oh, this person is paying my salary? So no, that you're paying somebody's salary gives you no license. And have you also seen, let me tell you another story that comes to mind. This man, he was a general, general is big, is this, is that, blah, 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 but he was leprous. Yeah, he was a leper. His feet, his fingernails, everything was chopped off. But because of the kind of boss he was, otherwise, do you think that that slave girl from Israel will not stick out her neck? She's going to be like, I don't care. Whatever happens to you should happen to you, because after all, you don't treat me well. But this guy understood the currency of honor as well. Naaman, that was his name. And then his master, I mean, the slave girl he brought from Egypt, now went to his wife, said, hey, mommy, if you tell daddy to go to the river in Jerusalem, he's going to get cured of his leprosy. Yes, it is because Naaman also understood honor. So Naaman had honored, even though she was an Egyptian, I mean, she was an Israeli slave, he did not treat him as a slave. Treat her rather as a slave. So she was able to, she wasn't afraid to go and meet her mistress to tell her husband. And then, of course, we know the story. Okay, if you don't, so the story is that he first of all wanted to resist, but God gave him wisdom, and then he went, and then he was cured of that leprosy. So that is honor and access. Honor grants access. Another story, this one as I was studying the scripture. So, a lot of interesting stories. And then this particular one, the king had ordered. He was a bad king. He wasn't listening to God and everything. So he told them to go and arrest a prophet, because the prophet had prophesied that this is going to happen, because this is what you have done. You forsaking me, I'll forsake you, blah, 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 blah. So the first 50 people, he sent them. The king sent them to go and arrest the prophet. So these people didn't, of course, they don't understand honor. Oh man of God, who did how? And then the prophet got angry. He said, fire, if truly, truly I'm a man of God, let fire come. Fire came, 50 people, they went, they died. The next people, he went to go and call them. The king again sent another 50 people. He said, yeah, you go arrest him. They didn't understand. They didn't learn. They have still not learned. And the thing with them is that if you don't learn, you keep repeating the same lesson. So he sent them again, another 50. They did not care that 50 people just died. They also got, they were very rash. Oh, how dare you? How dare you? The king said, he said, really? If truly I'm a man of God, oh yeah, you should die. So, but the third said they were very wise. Their captain was wise. Honor. That one understood honor. So that one went. He said, please, man of God, let it please you to spare my life and the lives of these guys behind me. What do you call that? Honor. And because of that, they had access. And the man of God had been sending rain and fire and thunder and thunderstorm and everything. Followed them. Honor. Talk of honor opening doors. The next thing, how many have I mentioned? I said, number one, understand that honor is not eye service. Honor, the first perception of honor is from you. Teach them that honor has to be from the heart. Teach them that honor is strategy and wisdom. Teach them that honor is a language and a currency. Teach them that honor is a leverage and a door opener. Teach your teenage girls that honor will grant them access. The next thing you want to teach your teenagers for them to cultivate this important virtue of honor is that teach them that honor will give them placements. It will. It will. It gave Esther placements. So normally by culture, by tradition, she was not supposed to even be in the place where the king is having meetings and everything. But because she had honored the king 3 days straight in a row, and I dare say, I think that was a lifestyle. So she must have been doing it. So it gave her placement to now state her request, if that makes sense. So she's honored the king, she's honored the king, she's honored the king. So the king said, yeah, come, Queen Esther, come. Don't forget, she was at the far end. She was at the far end. She was at the far end. So, but because the king felt honored, there's no one that feels honored that will not respond, that will not reciprocate. Reasonable. So what did she do? So the king now said, come, Esther, what do you want? He gave her placement. And because of that placement, she was able to bargain for the lives of her people. Imagine what dishonor can cause. That means that dishonor can even lead to death. Yes, because it did lead to the death of one guy, Shimei. So honor will give you placement. Honor will give you placement. Your teenage girl has to understand. So she can't be flippant. Not with her words. The time has gone when anybody will be careless. Careless talking, careless posts, careless statements. The time has gone. You can no longer afford to be that way. If you want to be taken seriously, if you want things done for you, you can't afford, you can't be flippant anymore. You can't be careless with your words anymore. Honor will give you placement. So honor gave Esther placement to now talk about, to negotiate, to begin to plead the cause of her people. And because of that, a whole tribe, a whole race was preserved because somebody decided to use the honor code. Imagine if it was the teenage girls of these days. And I also hope that we understand that Esther was not old. The culture of that time, they got married early. So she wasn't old. So you don't say it's because she was old, that's why she had wisdom. No, she wasn't that old, but she was guided. And she listened to people. She listened to the counsel of her uncle and the counsel of the eunuch. So same way you should guide your teenage daughters. So that they are young gives no license for dishonor. That they are young gives no license for dishonor. So honor will give you placement. So the next thing that honor will do is honor will always grant them a seat where it matters. It doesn't matter. I tell you something. So I mean, I am, of course I am in a strict accountability system. So there's a particular one that I had to start. I had to start. You know, um, I had to start another system within the system. One there to pay a lot of money, and then it was really much. And I looked at myself, I looked at finance, and I said, okay, maybe I'm going to hold on for a while. Maybe I'm going to pause. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I will defer till next year. That's me in my head. Me in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'll just defer till next year because it was a lot of money. So it was a huge amount of money. And I said, okay, I'll just defer it. So my mentor came to me. Who am I? And then she came to me and said, I told me, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm not saying here. And I said, I'm trying to, blah, blah, blah. And I tried to give excuses why I wouldn't be, in that court. You know what she said? She said, what? Go and start. Go and start. Don't worry. Go and start. So I knew the system. I knew what was obtainable. I know how it's been because I work closely with that system. But because honor is a currency that I've used over and over again, it gave me a seat at that table. That's what I'm saying. So it is not. It is. What earlier I told you that honor is what is choosing a path of wisdom. So nobody gets shortchanged because you chose honor. You never do. Rather, it makes things fall into place easier. So I said, honor will always grant you a seat where it matters. Because why? It's become a lifestyle. People are saying it. So naturally, it's you see, this is just, let me not call it, it is just logic. Who want to be with a person that dishonors, disrespects, talks anyhow, disregards, I don't care about all of those things. Nobody. Nobody. But see, even Joseph. So after he was brought before before the king of Egypt, and they said, oh, this is the man that has this, that has that. At that point, Joseph still chose honor. Then how did he go? He goes, oh, nobody's as wise as you, O king. The king that was able to interpret dream, he was even, and he said, you're going to go and choose a man that has wisdom, that has the fear of God. And the king now said, who else are you describing if not yourself? Who else are you describing? Honor got him there. He did. Yes, his gift is there, but honor, the currency of honor, still played a big part. So all of the things, don't let your daughter be fooled. Don't allow it. So that is why if you see any dishonor, please cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. I told you, say honor will give you your life. Honor can literally take your life. So there was a guy. He cursed the king. He said, you king, you're running from your son. This one, you be cursed. He decided to dishonor because of a particular circumstance. That's another thing. People dishonor because they think that, oh, this person, do you understand? You choose to dishonor because you think that this person, this is how it will be. Or because in your head, in the thinking of your mind, you're thinking, oh, this one cannot amount to anything, and you choose to dishonor. So when Shimei was dishonoring the king, he didn't have an idea. So he thought that as Absalom was pursuing him, Absalom was going to kill him, and that would be the end of King David. Some of us are like that. Because in your head, you think, oh, after all, it's just a common driver. It's just a common cleaner. There's no such thing as a common person. God didn't create no common person. No, no. Oh, it's just a child. You discover your child, you say anything to them. It's dishonor. When you say anything to your child, it is dishonor. I can't. The same child that you are laboring over, the same child that you're grooming, that you're, did you understand? And because you feel that after all, I'm the child, then you say all sort of things, and you are saying, I don't know where the child picked this language from. What do you mean? She picked it from you. So I said, dishonor can also, as the way honor can give you your life, dishonor can take it. So he caused the king very well, very well. So the king, okay, he was in love of things that he didn't have time to deal with it, and he left the matter. But when the king wanted to die, he told his son, he said, you know what? That guy Shimei, don't let it follow him to the grave. That's dishonor. And he lost his life because his mouth, he felt he could talk anyhow. Have you seen people that their mouth have landed them in trouble? It didn't just start today. It didn't just start. Oh, I can talk anyhow. Oh, I don't have to. I have no regard for anybody. I have no fear of anybody. No fear. All of that is not wisdom. So your girls have to know. Especially in this age that we are. This age of papa. They call them keypad warriors. It's sad. When I see people come to display lack of wisdom on the social media space, I find it very, very sad. Because that thing, the things you type, the things you say, tells a lot about who you are. But they don't know. So teach your own girls better. So honor will always grant them a seat where it matters. The last thing, honor, a lot of things, so I just have to bring this out this thing so that I don't keep us forever. So the last thing that is honor will you have to teach them that honor must be a continuous lifestyle. It doesn't matter who is looking, it doesn't matter who is not looking, it does not matter. So the one that I already said it, the one that you now do behind or in front so that they can see me, that one is even the one that is the dishonor. It has to be a choice, a daily choice. I know. You say, Anthony, what if people? Yes, I understand that. But you have to choose the higher life. There's a higher life. There's a higher calling. And that is what your girls have been called to. They're not called to live ordinary lives. So I've had to caution the girls a lot of times. Say, no, you don't talk like that. You don't. You don't say because, oh, but it's not here. It doesn't matter. If you have graphs with somebody, can you iron it out? Not that you're going to be saying horrible, horrible things. It has to be a conscious lifestyle. Honor has to be a conscious, because you know what? I've told you things that it can do. So it must be conscious, it must be continuous. I have seen people honor their. Another thing I need to mention here before I go. If you see people that are I was saying to my friend the other time, almost 2 months, I said, God is still in the business of writing the script of everybody's life. So you don't really know where everybody is going. You're not sure. So when they have now gotten to where they are going, please don't say it's not the same person. No, please, that is not wisdom. It's not the same person. No, no. For you to reap the benefit of that particular relationship, you can't be saying is not the same person. No, please. It's not that my friend that we used to drink garri together. No. I have a friend now. I have a friend. She's the chief magistrate. I can't go to her office because she's my friend and I talk to her anyhow. No, no. No. Even if you're together, you are in the places, you understand. You must still be cultured. You must still show that honor. It is not the person, it is the office. So you know, say because we used to drink guys together before that. I'm so what? That's the language of dishonor. Don't do it. Don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you know what? What you do, that if the honor and then the regard you show to that person will determine the level, the extent they are willing to go to open doors for you. But they've already seen the person. So you have to really be saying that, this person that is in my life, this person, this that is now in this, I have people that are, well, I won't say because we have relationships, and then you begin to go and be, no, it is not wisdom. So I train myself that no matter what. So I will say, even when you're joking, even when you're talking, you don't talk anyhow. You don't. You don't. Respect the relationship, respect the office, respect the person. That's how to do. So it must be a continuous lifestyle. Show or not, are you aware that you can honor your children? Oh, of course you can. In the way you talk to them. Show or not to your friends. Show or not to your parents. Don't join people that come online to come and bash people. Don't. It's better to just, just walk and pass. It's fine. You don't have to put your mouth in every sensational topic. I don't know the urge, the like kind of foolishness that people want to portray. They want to be seen as everything. Put mouth. What is the matter? Sit down and mind the one that matters to you. Don't talk to your parents anyhow because you're sending them stipends. Don't talk to your siblings anyhow because you're the elder and then they're the youngest and you're the one feeding them. Don't. So that's, do you see what I'm telling you now? So it's a system of growth, the system of honor, the system of growth. So you have to deliberately choose. Don't say because she's my, after all, she's just my cook, she's just my cleaner. No, no. Why? Because your daughter is watching. Everybody deserves honor. As a matter of fact, the Bible says, you do not think of yourselves more highly than you ought to think. But he said with love, something like that, serve each other. So whether it's your cook, whether it's your nanny, whether, so because why? If it has become a lifestyle, then it's not difficult to extend it outside. That's why a lot of people struggle because they are thinking, and it's somehow it's coming from a place of pride. Me as I am, I'm wondering who are you, and that's why sometimes you appreciate the Western people's culture. Everybody is the same, from the CEO to the man that is opening the gate. Everybody is the same respect. As a matter of fact, even people that you think do not have mental capacity, you must still honor them. You don't talk anyhow. So let it be a continuous lifestyle, knowing that is a door opener, knowing that it gives leverage, knowing that it gives access, knowing that it gives favor. It does. Go and ask Esther again. That's that one. That woman is one embodiment in the lesson of honor. So, if another thing I'm going to say for the last time, if you see your teenage girl exhibiting dishonor in any way, please contend seriously with it. Don't let it slide. Do not let dishonor slide. Please, if you're watching live, put in the comment section. Do not let dishonor slide. Don't let it slide. It will come back. It will come back. Oh. Don't let it slide. Do not let dishonor slide. And most importantly, you yourself, make up your mind that my daughter will learn from me what honor is. My daughter will learn from me what honor truly is. And I hope that you've learned something. And if you're learning this comment, I like to tell us, please let's grow the community together. Anyone you see parenting a teenage girl, just subscribe. We have loads and loads of videos that you will learn from. And I'm always happy to be here. I'm glad to be here. Don't take it for granted. I saw some people that have joined the line. They've been coming on. I mean, in and out. I see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Da Silva. Thank you very much. I'll be here again next week. God spread our lives. Thank you. And don't forget, our books are still on Amazon. Are still on Seller. The guides are there. The books are there, and another ones have been cooked. Okay, this is where we'll call it a day. I'll be here again next week. Thank you. God bless you. And bye bye.